final thoughts here. We're going to run down the Payback card, and I'm just going to quickly get impressions on wins and losses here, because on this show, they do matter. It's damn true. All right, let's kick it off. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Who do you got?
Want to see Braun Strowman win, and I think he will. Bold prediction, and no, because the guy's a loser, but I'm going to go Braun Strowman here.
Braun Strowman is a total loser.
I'm going to say he doesn't pin Roman, though. I'm going to say he beats him down, and that's the way the match ends.
I'm going to say the defeated streak for Braun Strowman is the strongest streak going in the WWE today, and I want to see Roman Reigns, the big dog, walk out of there, head held high, hands fully cocked and loaded to deliver Superman punches right to the face. And then we have followed up by the House of Horrors match, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. I know we've given our thoughts here. Graham, who do you got?
Randy Orton. I know the championship is on the line, so that there's a good chance that Bray Wyatt could win, but I think that a lot like Strowman, maybe it runs in the Wyatt family, I don't know. Maybe it was the water they drank or something, but I feel like a lot of the Wyatt family guys are just losers right now, unfortunately. So I'm going to go with Randy Orton.
I think that Randy Orton stepping into a Raw house is without his title and being thrown off as he was this
he doesn't
week.
have the belt. Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He's going to feel a little out of place, to be honest with you, and this is not his normal mode of travel and everything else. And I think all of those factors will weigh on the champion, who's a champion. He's got so much else to think about and so much upcoming to think about on the SmackDown Live side of things that I think Bray Wyatt has a huge opportunity here to make an example of Randy Orton and show the rest of the Raw roster what he's truly capable of. And no one has seen a House of Horrors match, so who knows what Bray Wyatt is able to conjure up in a matchup like this. Moving on to the Raw Women's Championship, your favorite Bayley will be taking on my favorite Alexa Bliss. Do we even need to say who each of us are interested in here?
Me, Bliss, and you, Bayley?
I wouldn't. Bayley has worked tirelessly to be an incredible champion in the WWE. Alexa Bliss still, in my opinion, has something to prove. Bayley has put her heart on her sleeve. Alexa Bliss is a little more cold and calculated about these things. I think Alexa Bliss has a great championship run in her already. Bayley has struggled as a champion. I think Alexa Bliss has the advantage here, but Bayley has a lot to prove. This is, her turf. This is her opportunity to stand out and stand alone. We talked about the idea of interference, but it doesn't seem too ripe for interference in general. So rare move for me. I'm going to go with Bayley.
Ooh, switching away from the norm. Okay, I'll go Bayley too. I'm going to say Bayley, not just because I want her to win. I like Alexa Bliss. Again, I would not be upset if Alexa Bliss won, but I think Bayley in her hometown, she's still early on in her run as champion. She's defied the odds before, and I think she will again on Sunday.
Oh, wait, this isn't her hometown?
San Jose, yeah.
Okay, I take
when
it
you said home turf, I thought you said,
oh, no,
wait a second. You're going with the old tradition of that they lose.
Oh, no.
Vince
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm going to have to pull back here. It has nothing to do against Bayley here, but Alexa Bliss is going to be your new champion. So
hometown humiliation.
Tough cookies, everybody. It happened to Sasha Banks. I watched it live. Moving on to the United States Championship match between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Who do you got?
I think Jericho might be on his way out. I think he has his eyes set on Fozzy right now. So I'm going to go Kevin Owens, still your United States champion.
I'm going full on Chris Jericho. Ooh. I feel like he packed his bags. He had the final highlight reel on Raw this week. He somewhat alluded to, he pretty much basically said, my bags are packed. I'm going to SmackDown Live. This is the last highlight reel. Yeah. He didn't say it that way. He kind of kept one foot in the door at Raw, but I think the writing's on the wall. I think Chris Jericho is headed to SmackDown Live as the new face of America, the United States champion. And that
drink it in, man.
That drink.
Cheer him on, man.
Yeah,
cheer him on, guy.
Cheer him on, man. I think that Kevin Owens will be burned to the point that he will pursue higher. He'll go after the championship that he is owed, and potentially as part of this whole shakeup, maybe there's a stipulation in his contract that says if you're owed a title match and it was for the Universal title, and now you're on a brand where that belt does not exist, you now have an opportunity to enter your name for a WWE World Championship match. So I don't think it's all downhill for Kevin Owens if he loses this, but it would certainly give him some humility. Which
Jericho, AJ Backlash too? We
could see it, absolutely. Now, total brawler of a match here, Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins used to flying around and doing a lot of high-risk moves. Not going to work on Samoa Joe. Just is not going to work. I mean, you might as well just jump into a brick wall or a pile of bricks because it's going to have more of an effect on you than it is on the bricks, and that's who Samoa Joe is. I got Samoa Joe in this match. I don't see Seth Rollins, coming out favorably. What do you got?
No, I agree. I think Seth Rollins was able to get the job done at WrestleMania and beating Triple H, but game over for Seth at Payback. Samoa Joe wins.
Absolutely. And then another championship match. The Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys, will be facing Sheamus and Cesaro.
This might be the most unpredictable match on the card, to be honest with you.
Totally unpredictable here. I feel like Sheamus and
weird.
Cesaro have been putting in every effort since even, before the Hardys had arrived. And the second they did, they've been in the Hardys' face the whole time. Mm-hmm. If anyone has the ability to take the belts off the Hardys quickly, certainly Hardys lose no momentum by not being champions. But I think Sheamus and Cesaro walk out of here champion. I would love to see if that was real, just tag team wrestling, and it's clean, and Sheamus and Cesaro come together as now a unified Sheamus and Cesaro, which they have not been when they were holding the championship titles. This would be a real turn of events for them that could set them on that course that we were talking about earlier. I got Sheamus and Cesaro. I know you're a Hardy Boys fan, though. What do you got?
I'm a Hardy Boys guy for life. I got to say, more or less for the past 7 or 8 months now, the Hardy Boys have been tag team champions in some form or fashion, regardless of where they have been. Maybe their 4-week reign as tag team champions gets broken on Sunday, and then we have new tag team champions.
It could become broken on Sunday. That streak could get broken.
I'll say new champions, though. I'll say new champions.
The thing that I want to throw out there about this match is that they have been in a quest for gold, right?
Expedition,
and a total expedition of gold across many lands. Many universes out there. They have been acquiring gold.
Procure.
But once it has been acquired, how does Jeff feel about that? It's not necessarily Jeff's pursuit. Jeff seemed very happy in a singles competition match. Was that requested? Was that part of his plan? It's quite amazing to be a tag team champion. Is that what Jeff really sees him being, as a tag team champion with his brother Matt going forward in the WWE? Does Jeff have his own thoughts and sights on things? Is this all Matt's conquest to accumulate all of this gold? And now that they've accumulated it, what do you do with it? You only have it to lose, and they've clearly lost all of the other gold that they've had, but they've acquired it. So I don't know if this is the start to seeing maybe a little bit of a split in or something breaks within the Hardy Boys. Time will tell. But I'm going to pull for Sheamus and Cesaro in this, knowing that the Hardy Boys as champions are champions all day long anywhere they go. So there's really no arguing with the merit and quality of the match that we're going to see there. Nor is there arguing with the merit in the Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville, the current champion, and Austin Aries. Austin Aries, this is your moment, man. This is the moment where people are going to be behind you for the foreseeable future, or you are going to have to earn that trust back. I'm going to go with Austin Aries here. Neville has had a hell of a run as the king of the cruiserweights, but the king has to be dethroned by somebody at this point, and Austin Aries is more than enough of a competitor and a step above the rest when it comes to the rest of the cruiserweight division. If he can't beat Neville, I don't believe anyone can. Who do you see winning this match?
It's tough. Again, a lot like the tag team title match. I do think, like we said earlier, TJ Perkins will play a factor in the finish, and I'm going to go Neville. I don't know who it's going to be that's going to dethrone the king of the cruiserweights. Maybe Akira, but even he is not in the level of Austin Aries or the Neville level or the A-double level. But I don't know. Something is telling me is Neville's going to retain the title, so I'm going to go Neville champion forever.